Right now at 5, tonight is the night. The presidential debate between Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Trump right here in Philadelphia. And if you've been in the city today, you have seen lots of police, road closures, barricades, you name it.
And it will be held at the National Constitution Center and will most likely be the only debate between the two candidates. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Sheba Russell.
I'm Jason Martinez. I even saw presidential souvenirs before the debate. It's like a pregame atmosphere. There's people tailgating, I think, out there. But anyway, it'll all get underway in about 4 hours here. And security is obviously of utmost importance here. So we'll have security details and traffic updates to share with you. But first, Jeff Cole, live in the convention center. A lot of media there from all over the world, Jeff.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, Philadelphia finally now comes right back in to the national spotlight. As you folks know, the candidates have literally set up their tents in this city. Certainly early in the campaign, Joe Biden was here. Kamala Harris has been here. Donald Trump was here. Donald Trump was at the Leo Cora Center. We've seen J.D. Vance here. And now tonight on this Tuesday night, the debate, as you say, possibly the only debate in this heated presidential campaign will happen, and the world spotlight will come once again to the city of Philadelphia. But you are right, we are in the spin room. We're going to show you some pictures now of what this spin room is actually like and what it is here for. The debate has drawn hundreds and hundreds, and believe me, hundreds of journalists from around the world. They are here. We are in, as I say, what's called the spin room. Throughout the night, we will see surrogates for the candidates. They will enter this room and talk up their candidates. It's actually already started. We've seen some folks for Kamala Harris. It will truly get going after the debate when the surrogates come into this room and try to tell us who they believe won this race. Earlier in the day, rather than speaking to pundits here and folks who are going to sort of spin for the candidates, we talked to some voters for what they are looking for tonight.
How much income you're coming in, how much food costs, how much gas costs, how you taking care of your children, and education.
The immigration and the economy, what they want to do. Of course, like I know inflation is out there, but then what they're gonna do to make sure that the people could live like a decent life here in the United States.
So those are really familiar themes that we've heard from voters as we've covered this race. They are very concerned about the cost of everyday items. We've heard it continually. The second man said the same sort of thing. He wants to hear information that allows Americans to live a little bit better. Now, as for the spin room here, Anthony Scaramucci, you remember him. He is an investor and a wealthy man, but also worked in the Trump administration. He does not anymore and has become a pretty aggressive critic of Donald Trump. He has already been here spinning for Kamala Harris. We are expected to see others. Probably RFK Jr. may be here for Donald Trump, the governor of California. Mr. Newsom we may see here as well. Josh Shapiro from Pennsylvania. We expect to be here, come here. We wouldn't be surprised if, of course, Sherelle Parker, the mayor of the city of Philadelphia, will arrive as well. Lots to report throughout the night. Right now, I'm Jeff Cole at the Convention Center here in the spin room. Folks, back to you.
A lot of big wigs in our city today, that's for sure, Jeff. Thank you. We want to get out to Kelly right now. And Kelly, Philly police are out in full force tonight. When I came in, I definitely saw more officers out there than people.
Yeah, she was certainly full force. Now, for obvious reasons, police couldn't say how many, but the police commissioner did tell me today, obviously, they have a large number of men and women working tonight. They actually had to cancel some days off. And as we've been reporting, of course, they're working with other local, state, and federal law enforcement. Again, you see the barricades up behind me. They're in full use today, fully securing the area around the Constitution Center.
We started setting up very early this morning.
A sea of Philadelphia police officers swarming Old City on bike and on foot, deploying in groups. The perimeter around the National Constitution Center completely locked down since early this morning. Fencing and cement barricades sealing off any public access from Arch to Market Streets between 4th and 7th Streets. The inside of the perimeter, quiet. Philadelphia Police Commissioner Kevin Bethel calls their large presence today among other city, state, and federal law enforcement appropriate.
The next president of the United States is going to be in that space tonight. no matter what happens. There's a lot of issues that we can't describe that could potentially impact this area. And not just somebody standing on the top of a building and firing a weapon, but other things that we have to deal with. It is necessary.
Hours earlier than expected, just after noon, the Delaware River Port Authority announced all roads leading to the Ben Franklin Bridge to New Jersey closed due to the Secret Service implementing road closures, leaving traffic gridlocked at Race and 8th Streets. A K-9 officer swept the planners down Race before Vice President Harris's motorcade came through to the area of the Constitution Center. Roughly 40 minutes later, it was seen leaving again. The old police headquarters parking lot, one staging area.
As you've seen, multiple uniforms are walking around here. This is, as the mayor said, this is truly an intergovernmental, everything, working together, both with our federal partners, our state police partners. Colonel Parrish and his team have been phenomenal, so we're ready.
This city also anticipating at least one large protest along with other visitors, despite far less parking and access around the Constitution Center.
And we've been dealing with many of the protest groups already. They have shown themselves to be really here to uplift their message and not gain in negative behavior. This is an opportunity for the city to shine.
And the city did activate their emergency operations center today that allows for real-time decision making. So there's so much happening behind the scenes that we cannot see when it comes to security as well. And Jason, we've been talking about this for a few days now with all these closures and preparations in place. The city, specifically Center City, is absolutely gridlocked right now. So your best bet for getting around would be on foot.
Yeah, it really is. But, you know, Philadelphia police and the surrounding agencies with the eyes of the world on our city tonight, taking no chances at all. All right, Kelly.
Or a scooter. We saw a man on a scooter right behind you, Kelly.
Not a bad idea. One of those electric scooters.
Not a bad idea.
Yes. Thanks, Kelly.
Yeah.